Great news! I lived. I'm still a little bit mucusy, but it's not gonna hurt me. Not this time. Despite it all. Oh boy. I love the cold season. Except for the part where all of the flus and colds and COVIDs are everywhere. That's not as good. Anyway. It's the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Once again. Last time... What happened last time? What's the opposite of task failed successfully? Task succeeded, when we realized we really didn't want it to. I believe is how that went. And then, that bus up and was set on fire. And somebody died in it. But hey, here we are at the adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Oh boy. I really did recover from my illness just to start this fucking episode. I don't like this episode. There are things I like about it. There's a, like, we'll get into it. Ooh, a skull. The adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Good gravy. Hey, we're back in the clock tower. 9:47 a.m., 19th February. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Now, I'm almost certain I've forgotten how I voice What's-His-Nut. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learnt that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oh dear. Is that more or less than 1,000 guineas? Oops. Sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. Okay, so we're saying that's more than 1,000 guinea? I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Oh, London is a scary place. Good morning to you at this early hour. Oh, yes, Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you. And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Oh, hi, Polymero. How you doing? Good to see ya. In my chat. Yes. I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully-fledged lawyer. Yippee! Excuse me. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. I genuinely don't remember how I voiced him originally. This was many weeks ago. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now. And I was very worried that I was gonna lose my voice. Not gonna lie. Though that was probably the anxiety in me. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? I don't know. The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Excuse me. Again. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilder really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo. It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away, immediately following the trial.
Right. Ryu and Susato didn't know about this yet. They went in the cutscene. No! What? Mr. McGilded is... dead!
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Yes, please, tell us. Tell us about Mr. McGilded. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be... How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes, the Phoenix Wright omnibus, as it says on the back there. Of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No. How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak. But already...
Excuse me.
The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
That's awful.
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. And how could that have happened?
Yeah, how'd the fire even start? That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. He did say that. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told.
I asked if I could be present for it myself.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
Well. But then, who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded.
Yes.
Poor him.
I mean... fuck.
Like, don't try to imagine yourself being put in that situation. You're gonna keep yourself awake all night. Tell us about the courts. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Chief Lord Justice Man.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was, wow! Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow, Susato-san has such a way with words.
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
How dare you be correct, miss? The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
Okay. The most advanced in the world, is it? For 1899, sure.
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Sir, what do you mean?
Simple? That was simple. Kantan?
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much at least is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before? He probably had a thought that just tickled him. Happens to me all the time. New case. Tell us about it. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Oh, don't tell me it's a murder.
And the trial starts in 10 minutes!
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? No, he can read dialogue boxes backwards.
That is to say, no one has died, as yet. And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly.
That's right. This is a bit of a longer case, I think. Although Chapter 5 was also very long too. 1-5.
23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. 18, 17.
So the trial's tomorrow then. Well, that's better than half an hour. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all.
Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilder's trial.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case.
Oh?
Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Well. Oh.
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant. And we can't let that happen.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, here we go again. Mamma mia. How could I resist it?
Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking.
Well, I got bad news for you. I get time blindness.
There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Yesterday you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi.
Ah!
I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And, there's another thing, oh?
Another thing, continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do.
Oh, I just realized something very important. And what exactly would that be? Just one moment. Just adjusting my microphone because I realized it wasn't actually facing me directly.
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever...
You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. Well, that's 'cause you weren't his eyeball.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand.
Hey! It's a guy! Oh, and he's got chips.
I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details.
How long has he been there?
So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell.
Bye. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me.
Anyway, we'd better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right.
I hope I'm just imagining, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all.
Let's have a look at this man. He's got fish and chips.
More than that, it's relatable.
It's a fish and chip magazine, even.
Could we trouble you? What do you think?
Lovely weather, isn't it?
What's the weather got to do with anything?
Ah!
Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart.
All right, settle down.
Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know.
But Susato-san told me it was foolproof. She's also 16 years old.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Sorry. Excuse me.
Can you imagine what the other officers will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of.
Oh my god. Sir, please settle. You're gonna ruin your fish and chips.
You hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. Or taters or something. I don't know. Tatties.
There's no need to rip us apart as well.
Yeah.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Aye.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue.
Huh? Aye?
It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh, it is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable. How did she pull that off?
So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson. Inspector Gregson. What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Oh, that does remind me. Is Gregson part of Holmes canon? I wonder. Tell us about yourself, sir. Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Susato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact.
Very well?
Yes. He features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, in the publication. What's it called again? Ranched Magazine? I can't remember if I pointed this out, but Ranched Magazine was a real publication, I'm pretty sure. I want to say it was, at least. I may need to double check the... That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Shums enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry.
Really?
Sorry? Really? You rival the great Mr. Shums? That's incredible.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Shums isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Shums is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've had his highest praise.
Oh, sorry. I'm wearing one of my warm hoodies because it has been a colder day today. Unfortunately, this is my Sans hoodie, which has the metal aglets on the hood string.
Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words.
Oh, that's some faint praise. That's his highest praise? Same brain cell, Ryunosuke.
Well, Mr. Shums isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not. But thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, it's not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumours about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumours? Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying, as sure as eggs is eggs.
Eggs. Egg.
Egg.
I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Oh dear. Perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people.
Then again, some people stay the same.
Alright, tell us about this case, Mr. Gregson. Inspector Gregson. Inspector Man. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Oh, nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard... oh, sorry. It couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear. That probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
Dang it!
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious.
Yeah. That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind?
I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, would you?
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, brace yourself, Ryunosuke, you've angered her now. Oh my goodness. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question?
Oh, let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why ever not?
Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barak Van Zieks, sorry.
No.
Sounds like you've heard of him then.
Heard of him? We've seen his leg. Oh yes, we're very familiar with Lord Van Zieks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
The Reaper of the Bailey. Tell us about the Reaper of the Bailey.
Or at least tell us something we don't already know about him. Lord Barak Van Zieks,
who we faced in court only yesterday.
Mr. McGilder told us about him before the trial, didn't he? When Van Zieks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned.
So I'm trying to rub some stuff off of my monitor.
Bug stuff.
Yeah.
This Reaper of the Bailey nickname.
I suppose he's at that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it?
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zieks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh? Well, I think, that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
I mean, the man still died. That's still a thing that happened. No, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean?
He just shoved his fish and chips into his pocket.
Sir!
Oh, never mind. I bet you he's got a whole fish and chip shop in his pockets. What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead.
Ah!
Magnus McGilder came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
What are you saying?
Look, if Van Zieks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that? It's 1899, come on.
Right, well, I've filled you in as requested and I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
Oh, goodness gracious. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place?
That's correct, Ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You've branded him a criminal already?
He's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. It'll give you a chuckle, if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial right yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too.
But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny.
So,
If I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help?
did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant.
Oh, the plane's about to go over.
Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go.
Let's just have a look at my timer. Oh yeah, hasn't even been an hour yet. It's only been like 40 minutes of gameplay. I mean, kind of. 40 minutes of exposition, really. Oh, Chief Justice Office, Briar Road, we still haven't been there yet. Prison.
Let's visit our suspect,
I should say.
Local prison, cell 9. So these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon.
Yeah. Reminds me of the time I visited the old Melbourne jail. A few years back. That was a fascinating place, to be sure. Really fucked up history, but very important to know. Or to learn, really. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Apparently our client is in the cell here. But it's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat? Sorry. Let me try that again. Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number? It's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is... What? What the hell is even that? What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese!
Good morning, Quibsby! You're late?
Not at all. We haven't even broached, like, hour 1. Or you're all good. You're about to meet my favorite character of this episode, actually.
This sad, wet cat of a man. Excuse me, but shh, quiet. Shizukani. I also love this animation of him just fidgeting and looking around himself with the eyebrow. Just they're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening, even now. I can sense it. I can feel it in the cosmos. Right. So, could I ask you who exactly... There you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it! You're a ghost! A ghost? Do I look like... We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you... Shujin-san? Are you Japanese by any chance? This is... His animations are so funny. Yeah, I love them. Beyond my wildest dreams! Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised is all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land! So hearing the sweet sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment! Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? Ah! What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. About that, actually. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon! First-class lawyer. Oh dear. I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder... Would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example. Yes, I can, I will. Shan't stay sullen and silent. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Sure. If that's what happy looks like, then... He does, yes. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. If that's what happy looks like, then damn, I must always be happy. Perhaps so, Quipsby. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susuto Mikotoba. I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume. Yeah! This was a real author from Meiji era Japan. He's the guy that wrote I Am a Cat, otherwise also known as Wagahai wa Neko de Aru. Yeah. Which is why the first thing he said was like, "Am I a cat as yet without a name?" Because I believe that is, I want to say that's like part of the translated text of I Am a Cat. It's also why a lot of cats in like anime or /manga/Japanese video games, at least a handful of them use wagahai as their Japanese pronoun. For example, Morgana from Persona 5, who actually says he is not a cat, despite being clearly cat-shaped. Anyway, Soseki Natsume. That does make sense, yeah, because I Am a Cat was very... Yeah, it is really cool. Soseki Natsume-san. What an unusual name.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku.
Yes. Soseki Natsume was his pen name, actually. I think if I look him up...
It's something of a nom de plume.
Yes. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? Yes. That's right, Naruhodo-san.
No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that.
And haiku, that really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale!
Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here?
No! I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course.
Excuse me. Oh?
But... just because the government tells you to do something, doesn't mean you can do it? No!
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
Oh, I get that. I see.
And English is my first language. Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi!
You must be a man of great standing.
What do you mean? Oh yes. So I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems.
Anyway, the accusation against you, what's that about? Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san?
I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder!
Murder?
Oh, no. It's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes.
Before your eyes?
Oops. That was supposed to be Ryunosuke. But I just looked at Sisato and just... brain. Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? Any? If I had seen the person who did it... If I'd seen the person... If I had seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear. It seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Not again. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse. The curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So, Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
It's vital that we find out more about the case.
Alright, Soseki. Tell us about the case. Oops. I want to click on something out of the window. But, for some reason, the game thinks that clicking out is just a click. Okay. It was an accursed evening just after the snow had started to clear, and it was just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Surely the bookshop wasn't accursed too. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her... Ah! She suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
How terrible!
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran, as fast as my legs would carry me, back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good, actually. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that? I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. Right? I understand completely. I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one. Oh, great.
So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
What conundrum? Renosuke, have you been not paying attention? There were no witnesses. Is what is happening here? What do you mean, Susuto-san? What's the conundrum?
Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
Oh, yeah, that actually, yeah. I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. Ah! You! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything. Whoops. Perhaps I thought that one a little loudly.
Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested?
Yeah.
So someone must have seen him.
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him.
Nobody on the ground, anyway.
So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh, yes, she's right. It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me. Of all their bad luck.
Accursed great detective? Could it be...
I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody, begone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes. I knew it.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Hairlock Sholmes. Mr. Lock Sholmes himself. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. What the... Oh, it's just my hoodie zipper. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me. "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" The cheese? Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting dietary discrimination, devils! Absolutely right. If you want to eat yourself some hard sliver of cheese, go for it. Don't let me stop you. I barely let lactose intolerance stop me. You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Hairlock Sholmes. It's actually just Hairlock Sholmes. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London.
Yes, the great detective is really very well known.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me! This weak, stooped kitten of a man! Well, you said it. I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time.
Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
Well, the thing is, what did you do? I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
course you were. That's only natural.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flim-flammery! Oh, I know what you mean. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. Oh no. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles. And before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh dear. I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine? Well, he's not fine now. He's certainly no Apollo justice. No, excuse me. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! That's right. He calls Naruhodo Esquire. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough. Oh, yes. All right. Yes. They've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You could tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
Well,
Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour.
A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. And it was literally yesterday. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means.
Oh, Naruhodo-san.
I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that's armband. That's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. Neighbor's dog going off? Probably because they could hear me. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake.
Whoa! Whoa!
I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh? Who do you mean?
The lawyers. All the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me.
Goodness. Why do you say that?
For the same reason as you noted before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around. And I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them. Someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And, of course, the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong! I studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets! I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it. Couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. So Sexan, it's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Yes, I don't think we have anything to present as yet. Nope. Briar Road.
Sorry, I was just reading some fun facts about Soseki Natsume. Where's OBS? There it is. What time is it? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna get myself a new drink and just kinda take it a little bit easier than usual. Because it has been a little bit. So. Oh, I guess I'll just leave it here since... I'll leave it on this screen. But I shall be back. I'll see if I can find a nice drink. What's that thing? Pew 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 pew. Beep, 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 beep. I have returned! And more than that, I found a nice drink to have. It is a, it's like an Irish brand of cream liquor, and it's like salted caramel and toffee flavor. It's really nice. Oh, look at that bike! Well, here we are on Briar Road. Also, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. That bike has seen better days. Oh, a snowman! So, this is where it happened. Briar Road. Look! Mr. Naruhodo! Men! Look at that regulation metal helmet! It's unmistakable! The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? Yeah. Of course. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. Hattie Hattington. Gregson.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Oh, Inspector Inspector Gregson.
This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
Oh, so you've been to the holding cells then? What'd you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose.
Buddy, if you were in Japan accused of a crime, you'd want an Englishman to be your attorney, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, do what you will, it doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion. The stone-cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air. Oh, let me try that again. London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air.
That makes it worse somehow.
It was actually a really nice chill day today because we had a couple days that were rainy. So of course, having the flu meant that I kept having. It meant that I had several nights where I just woke up in a puddle of sweat. I was more liquid than person, really. Tell us about Scotland Yard while you're here. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector, while you're here. Ever since I read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organisation you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet?
It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on.
You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes. Doesn't he look wonderful?
Being a London bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and rouses all the labourers on his beat so they can get off to work.
Yes. Yeah. Before we had alarm clocks, we had town criers who'd be up in the morning to say, "Hey, wake up! You gotta go to work! The sun's up!" Basically. What? He wakes people up?
Yep, raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit.
What the? I just heard a man cry out outside. What the hell? What are they doing out there? I know it's Saturday night, but please. I had no idea.
My Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. Oh, how many kilometers is that? Let's see. Let me think. 60 miles to 100 kilometers. Yeah, about 33 kilometers. Sheesh.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but that sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles? That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot?
That's definitely taking things a step too far. But tush.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my. And I suppose in between all those duties, bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo.
What do you mean? Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do.
Tell us more about the case, shall you?
It happened around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right that the lady's still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in the hospital. In hospital.
I never said she was a lady.
What? What do you mean?
Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
Once again, shoves his fish and chips just right into his trench coat pocket. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure?
It's yard policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still, let's not tell him that. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept.
We'll have to look at that in a minute. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So, who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but... But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
Oh, great. How?
Because, Mum, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
What? Huh?
We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
Les gasp.
It was a typical foggy London day and your client obviously didn't see them.
There were witnesses now? Tell me about the witnesses, sir. Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
A fellow and his wife. And the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London.
Oh, no.
He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Oh, no. A policeman. That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Nothing peculiar about that, Mum. Part and parcel of being a bobby. Catching them banging. Ha! I really stammered on that one. Catching them banging the act and all that. Truly, I'm at my top form tonight.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. Oh. I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So, that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
I'll say.
Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh, yes, one more thing, Inspector. Just one more thing.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
What are you bringing him up for?
Was it something I said? The colors drained from his cheeks.
Alright, we gotta ask. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes? Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
Trademark. Fiddle faddle! Alright, watch the fucking language, mate. The man's an amateur. And I'm just getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. Oh. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble! Good gracious. Ever seen this before?
Oh, yes, that's Rats Magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Sholmes tale at all.
Well, I suppose there is an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals. Oh.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Alright. Let's talk about tomorrow's trial, once I've had a sippy. The last sip of my soda. Do not be alarmed. Now I can move on to my alcoholic drink.
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole. The jerks. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean? Or that and they're also just huge racists. There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though.
sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals. The violent ones.
Master criminals? The violent ones?
Yes, violent, not violet, as it might have sounded. That's right. He handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely?
Oh, that's just my point, sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a bit of praise.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. For some reason he's taken an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it? Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion?
Oh? Yes, what is it?
Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
Speak with whom? By him, do you mean... Oh, yeah, Mr. Shams.
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly.
Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Shams for all of this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it is not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Shams again.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address, even.
It's Baker Street!
How do you know that?
It's in the stories, of course. 220...
Baker Street! Baker Street! The famed address of Sherlock Hounds.
221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world.
Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. And one of the Baker Street, also one of the iconic saxophone solos. We better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable.
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage.
So we're to have a reunion already. With the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Hold on. I gotta look at everything first.
That's a Scotland Yard carriage. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cut away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London.
Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it.
Well,
wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone!
No, I wasn't being serious!
Snowman! Haha, what a delightful snowman!
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy, though.
Oh, it has a scarf, look!
You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment, too. We certainly can't afford a scarf.
You'd have to wrap one around the both of yous. Like one of those get-along shirts. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his.
But the person who made the snowman certainly would.
Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. It would get very wet. And gross.
Daily News, the Metropolitans.
William Robbins. I almost said Robin Williams.
Practical optician.
May he rest in peace. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I've found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on.
Ah, yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favours at all.
Ugh!
One of these.
This patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred.
Yes. It's a very wide open space, isn't it?
That's true.
I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding.
Oi! What are you foreigners doing here?
Ah!
Just investigate. Conspiring with that moustached fella from Japan, are ya?
Conspiring?
Come here to destroy evidence, have ya? Get out of here before I give you an hiding. Go on.
Okay, jerk. He shooed us away like rats.
Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think.
What a disappointing experience.
I'll say. Oh, road. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks.
It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow.
I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. No!
Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed all in black. I worry coachmen might not see you, and you could be flattened by horses.
Well, thank you for the rather small concern.
Yes.
Not pictured, the copious amount of horse offloading. You have a bike.
Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well.
The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Ryunosuke, you've clearly never seen a penny farthing. Or a tricycle.
Goodness, do you dislike bicycles?
As bad as much as he dislikes doctors, I bet. No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you agreed with me. Have you, Ryunosuke?
We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
Oh, look at the windows of that building there.
Are you sure they're windows?
Formerly windows. Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks.
You're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment.
There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though.
Oh dear. Everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place.
Oh, we can look all the way over there. The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy.
Well, it is known as a foggy London town. As foggy London town.
I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built, though.
Aha, yes! That must be the Crystal Tower. Being built for the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides, and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition.
It's to be the largest exposition in history, is it? I can't even begin to imagine it. Oh, speaking of exhibitions, because I was sick the past couple weeks, I missed the local art exhibition on the beach. That happened this year. I'm so sad about it.
That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Well, Time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here.
We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible.
Hopefully not this cheap. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonably level floors.
Strand Street. Oh, right. I believe we can move on. Shums' Suite at 221 Baker Street. The home and office of the most famous detective in the world. Ooh, cutscene.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day. Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
We're there. Ooh, pinwheels.
The cutscenes are so pretty. They are! They did such a good job on the animated cutscenes. But here we are, Shums' Suite. Oh, look at that fire. That's the one you turn the TV to. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. This looks just like my house. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? Susato? Are you okay? Susato-san?
Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
Oh? I suppose there must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be.
The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it! The romanticism! Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest?
I do! However, I often get palpitations.
Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
I suppose I can, yes.
So if you don't mind,
Don't touch anything!
I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer.
Okay. Just don't touch anything. God forbid.
Please don't mind me.
Ah, she is obsessed. Sometimes you have a blowbo. Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't even home at present. Excuse me! Is anybody home?
Oh, do we have a visitor?
I think I know who this is.
It's Baby! Hello! Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Hello? Wait a second. Who are you? Aren't you?
How rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Susato, did you see the girl that was just here?
Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
The King of Bavaria?
King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ornstein, of course.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there! There's a baby!
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah! It's you!
I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too.
There you are. And taking that with you as well? I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Yes, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color?
Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here. And you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're here to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck.
Hang on a second, how do you know that? Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance?
You know Hurley, do you?
That's right, she calls him Hurley.
Yes!
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, surely. Excuse me. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see.
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he just returned from overseas.
Sorry, just one moment, it is almost 10:30. So I gotta turn off my nightlight.
Yeah.
There we go. Wait a minute! We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
Ah, Iris is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait. This can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotaba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely! Susie and Runo. Got it!
Susie? And Runo. There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
First, I'm gonna take care of my lamp.
Shouldn't take me a sec. Shouldn't take me a minute. Mm. And then I turn on my phone light. Wait, I got this. Here we go. That should do it, I think. I hope. Oopsie. There we go. Alright, let's put my headphones back on before I forget. Iris! It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey?
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Oh, this thing? Like this?
Gulp!
Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
Oh, yes. That awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Ginny! Yes, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions.
Well, maybe don't go that far. This girl is dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Hurley, of course, silly.
Oh, I forgot that Iris does some of Herlock's animations as well. It's so cute.
Hurley? Yes, Herlock. Herlock Sholmes. We live here together.
I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I?
Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father?
Oh no, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there.
Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course, of course. Go ahead, Susie.
I am a very great fan of the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, and...
You have a copy of Red's magazine!
Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship.
This is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world!
My stories? Did she stutter?
That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see. and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! Last night he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came.
So you are the author?
Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure the Speckled Band.
Excuse me. The Speckled Band. That's certainly very familiar.
Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but... it's a story! Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you?
So, do you mean to say... are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rance magazine?
All written by me? Yes. On my wonderful and very modern typewriter.
But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Unfortunately, it was 1899 and people didn't think women could write yet. Susato-san's getting more and more worked up.
Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson.
But what about the Doctor of Medicine part?
That's all true too. I am a doctor of medicine.
No. At 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
You're pulling my sleeves. You have to be. Well, that's quite incredible. But... Oh. Susato-san's going through it. Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman.
Ah, yes. I did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
Oh.
Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow.
Or an archaeologist who solves puzzles with a 10-year-old boy in tow. I'm still waiting on New World of Steam.
I suppose it does, yes.
Poor Susato-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. Your deductions just now. About before.
Yes. What's on your mind, Reno? Do tell me.
How did you know that I was a lawyer and we'd just arrived in London, I mean?
Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course. I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. What? Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Reno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
Oh,
So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs.
the Reaper of the Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then, I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you, earlier today? Oh. They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face. So I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial was tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, that clearly must have been Mr.
Natsume. Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man that Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case.
Forget him, you should be the lead detective.
There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You even managed to certain something of Mr. Shums's delivery.
Oh well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You could tell us all about it. Won't you, Iris, please?
Yes, please, tell us. Just give me a sippy. So yesterday Mr. Shums apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying?
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who'd seen a short, shifty-looking stooped man running away from the scene.
That's stooped. Not stupid, stooped.
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt.
Soseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Mr. Shums's great deduction certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh?
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible.
I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Shums is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Ah, well. I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Ume. Ume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. Mr. Nuts. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they?
Excuse me.
Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Oh, goody! In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this? Residuals?
A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems.
It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem."
Gosh. This will make the inspector help us, will it?
Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon.
We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris.
Yeah!
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. Oh my goodness. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand.
To be continued. Ooh. Well. All right. Oh, I think that'll do it for tonight, honestly. 2.5 hours is pretty good progress, honestly. Though we've barely scratched the surface. Really, if you think about it. Ah. But hey, if I'm feeling strong enough, I'll try to stream on Monday night. I don't know if it'll be Deltarune. Probably something a little less dialogue heavy for me. But yeah, next Saturday, Reinvestigation Part 2. Of course, but please take care of yourself. Yes, I'm gonna do my best to take care of myself. 'Cause God forbid I come down with a third flu of the season. That would just be the worst. But yeah, hopefully by either Monday or next Saturday, I'm a lot more cleared up than this. I used to sound a lot worse than this, believe it or not. But yeah, and take care of all yourselves too. And hopefully I see y'all again next time. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.